The HPP podcast brought to you by the Wake Competition Center, the premier sports headquarters of the Triangle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the HPP podcast with your host, Jacob Burgett, Evan Bradley, and yours truly, Spencer Thomas. In today's episode, we'll be talking about how the Seahawks suck, the Giants suck, and the Panthers suck. Along with that, Josh Allen looks like a real MVP. On top of all that, there's bowl games this week. Praise the Lord, we got college football, even more. CFP starts this upcoming weekend. College hoops. The Canes finally might have a goalie. And a lot more. Stay tuned for that and much more on today's episode of the HPP podcast.
Get it rolling.
There you go.
Boldest track.
You were hyped for that one. I like that.
It was the stretch.
He brought the energy. He brought the
had
energy right away.
Zen.
I'm surprised you brought the energy with how it went with Seattle, but it's okay.
We all sucked.
Well, we
suck.
know we sucked though.
And
we
we
had
know
we
we-
had more hope than we did.
I
had hope.
I even posted the other day, embrace the tank.
Yeah, that was
That was
kinda
yesterday.
Cool.
That
You
was
need
funny.
you need to tweet it every game.
Well, I
Tank
don't know.
for Arch.
No, they're not going to do that at this point. I think they're taking. Well, honestly, they might take Travis Hunter, but I feel like that's the
You missed it. You're missing a hell of an opportunity
for what.
to be like Jersey guy on Twitter.
Where do you think Genty goes? Where do you think he goes?
He's gonna stay one more year.
Is he staying one more
He
year?
might. He's a junior.
But yeah.
First
But
round.
how his year was? Do you really? Well,
No,
if he has
well-
another year like that, how's he not win the Heisman next year?
How did he not win it this year?
I mean, I agree.
digress.
I agree.
I digress. We'll get to that when we get to it.
Sorry, I don't want to hype you up too quick right away.
Jeez, I wanted to get to it though. But first, the NFL.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I had hope. Obviously, with the Panthers, we've been looking good. This game, we're back to our old ways.
You're shooting
unfortunately.
yourself in the foot too much.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
a little.
I mean, but maybe they got in their mind. All right, well, like maybe Giants tank a little bit here at this point because it's no reason really to win at this point. I mean, yes, you want to have some confidence going into next season, but I don't know. I mean, Bryce Young didn't look bad. He still had 2 picks, but it just went back to his old days.
At least he had.
No, I'm saying the team. It just seemed like they just weren't as together as they were. They weren't clicking. They weren't melting together like they did last. Like,
Melting.
well, they started.
It is Christmas. I forget. Frosty does exist.
No, it just started. They started to mold a little bit. Let me use it.
There it is. Mesh.
Do a mesh mold, but it just wasn't quite there yet. It hasn't
Thank
confirmed.
you, Dave Clausen.
But
Oh.
Sorry.
I think Dallas came out a little bit pissed off. They wanted to show a little bit. I mean, Dallas is bad this year, but it's hard.
They
to
probably
lose
won't
to
make the playoffs either, but
Yeah.
the Panthers O-line was getting abused at
Mhm.
points. There was just times that Bryce didn't have any time in the pocket. So that's been an improvement this year of where when the last 5 weeks when they've had the improvements,
True.
it's been because the offensive line has been they've been able to run the ball, which they weren't able to do against Dallas barely at all.
That's true.
And then
Yeah, I mean,
they were
Hubbard had like 32 yards. Yeah. He had 32 yards.
Choo choo.
The Chuba train.
Chuba train.
That's my next jersey I need to get, I think. I
Chuba.
think I would pick him over Bryce at the moment.
yeah.
Yeah,
But-
solid.
We'll see. But I mean, yeah, Dallas just ran over us. Like in the run, like
Literally.
in
And
all,
figuratively.
honestly, in all ways, because like,
Micah,
CeeDee
I
Lamb-
think, had two sacks, maybe 2.5.
yeah, I mean, CeeDee Lamb had a whole drive by himself.
He's
I don't know if you
gonna
guys
be a
saw that, but
Seahawk.
he was like CeeDee
Micah
Lamb.
Parsons.
Yep.
Oh, I think we meant CeeDee Lamb. I was like, what?
hell
I was
no.
like,
No. Our
Why you
course,
say
our
that?
course fine. He wants to be a Seahawk. He wants to be on a
You
team.
asked him.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. I
Called him up.
stood, I
He
stood-
called me.
Yeah. So, Spencer Thomas, HPP podcast. Just
Sorry.
curious. Can you tell us, do you want to be a Seattle Seahawk? Yeah. And they said, yeah.
I mean, he walked off towards the end of the game. It
Yeah.
wasn't last game, but the game before that. But
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm not too pissed off. Obviously, I mean,
Yes.
we lost, but we're on. I'm in a good mindset for next year. Just getting ready, prepared. I mean, we're gonna have good draft picks either way. Even if we win a couple more games, we're gonna still have pretty high end draft picks. But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, when I looked at NFL, you know how they have that like whole article about what the Panthers need and all that.
Mm.
A QB is up there, surprisingly, actually. It's CB,
Should be an O-line.
QB.
instead.
No, there is one up there.
okay.
Yeah. It was like 4 positions.
O line
CB
and D line.
Yeah, there was
Right,
one
two
each,
things.
and then
CB.
QB and then a CB. They said, but I don't know if I don't agree with the QB right now. I really don't. I think he's starting.
As long
Bryce
as you
is
have
starting
Dalton,
to look like the Alabama Bryce, in my opinion.
as
That
long as you
move-
have somebody to back him up that's competent, just in case you have to bench him or
Yeah.
trade him, that's all you need, honestly. But
True. I mean, did you guys see the move he put on Parsons?
Yes.
I mean, all you got to. I mean, it was a great move,
Oh,
but
no.
he fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball. It was a great play.
At least
by,
he actually tried to jump on it, though.
That
Yeah.
is true. Don't even. Don't even. Not even an important game either. Wow.
Cameron Newton.
Cameron.
I'm talking to you, Cameron.
Yeah, but he just
Ooh.
he made a great
Strays.
move. A lot of things are going. Yeah, I'm skipping. I'm skipping that part. I'm gonna go on. I'm having a good day right now, Spencer. So don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm not too
time
mad.
to make it worse.
No,
I'm kidding.
no.
that's
Please
the
don't.
Giants meme. It's like, I'm having a bad day. Too bad. Let's make it worse.
No, that's the Seahawks.
No.
I don't know. You
No,
guys,
the Seahawks.
you guys have a
'cause
winning record.
It doesn't matter.
I mean,
We
I feel like
had-
it does.
We had. Sorry. Are you done?
I am done.
You want to go me or
You
you?
can go.
Oh
You're
Lord.
already getting started. I don't have much to say. It's about the same as every week.
Are you the 12th man today?
No, I'm not. Oh man. All right. The fact that Gino got hurt.
Mm.
Just in time for you to go up there.
Shut up. The fact that he went out hurt.
Yeah.
Sam Howell came in. We had the ball 3 times in positive field position. How many times did we score?
I don't know. Probably. Oh,
Juan.
Once.
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 And if it wasn't for going back to what worked the previous week with Charbonnet pulling the right guard and the left and the right tackle, pulling them, running a counter, which is how we score because we can't throw the ball with Sam Howell because Sam Howell freaking sucks.
Yeah.
Someone asked me a good question the other day. They were like, do you hate Sam Howell for being a Seahawk? I said, no, I hate him for being a Tar Heel. And
Yeah, I was
and it's
saying-
fantastic that he even sucks even more as a freaking Seahawk than he does when he was at Carolina. I was like, it sucks. I hate it. And the fact that, like you said, that Gino gets hurt the week before I have to go up to Seattle, before I want to go up to Seattle, I still want
Who
to
are
go.
they playing? Vikings?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're going to get clapped.
Still gonna be a good game.
Gonna
It
get-
should be fun though.
No, I'm going to get clapped.
Okay, well,
At
I'm
least
giving you a
I'll be
little
drinking the whole time.
hope. It'll be a
Drinks
fun
on
time.
Ed.
The experience.
No, no, it's drinks on me.
No, I know.
It'll be a great experience.
It'll be Oh, yeah, high of 40, and it's raining the whole game.
Nice.
That's Seattle.
I'm
football,
so
though.
excited.
Gonna
I was
come
gonna say,
back
that's
to
Seattle football.
pneumonia.
I'm going to come back.
Or with pneumonia. I mean.
Everybody, welcome back to the
Yeah, you
Like
must.
me.
What else?
So today's episode, we're going to... No, I'll be fine.
I got my cough drop in. We'll see
There you
how
go.
long it holds me over.
But yeah, no, the fact that just completely got rid of the run, stopped throwing the ball to JSN, it didn't help. It
Metcalf
didn't
was
work.
back.
I don't care. JSN's the new wide receiver. He's the new WR1.
Hey, I cut out that box for you.
I
How
still
long,
got it.
how long is Walker out?
He should be back this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's positive though.
Yeah, should
Because
be.
then you at least have a running game.
Yeah, we'll have 2 running backs.
Yeah, they're pretty solid.
Yeah, they're both good.
Yeah.
Just no O-line that's competent. Kind of looks like, NC State's. I digress. Back to you, Mr. 2 and 10?
12.
Jesus.
Yeah, I only got one extra opinion.
on us.
Tank.
You
Tank.
got one on us. Oh
Yep.
yeah, and also for those
Yeah, we
who,
won. We
who-
beat you guys.
those for who remember, yeah, I gotta wear a Giants hat now. Thank you.
They
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
get to 12 wins.
Yep, that I'll go back to it.
I mean, I don't have much to say.
If we make the playoffs and we get 12 wins total by the end of the year,
I mean, sure, I'll count that.
I bet. Wild card.
You never know. You never know. You're right on it right now. You're in the hunt technically, right?
Still, yeah,
Yeah.
tied for first.
Yeah. I mean,
Just have to beat the Bears and the Rams, and I think we're in.
I don't have much to say other than,
Tank for Arch
tank for Arch.
or pick Travis.
Or pick Travis. Don't want any of the quarterbacks in this draft. Like I've said multiple times.
You don't want Quinn Ewers?
No.
Yeah, that's debatable though. I feel like he could
It's not
if he
good.
gets if he fits into a good system. I don't know though.
He also has to stay healthy.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big thing. Definitely an
I
NFL.
would honestly, I'd take Cam Ward and Shedeur before I took.
I agree with that.
Ewers,
I agree. Yeah,
but
for sure.
I don't know.
what-
I mean,
what's surprising-
DeVito got knocked out again. Like we're on our fourth string at this
Sure.
point.
You know what got me very surprised this season or this week, excuse me, was hey,
Okay.
I'm not drinking the Four Loko.
I'm not either. It's a Bojangles cup. Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
At 3 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Sorry.
No, but Tampa Bay smacking the Chargers actually was very shocking to me.
Baker's playing with his Heisman form right now.
Yeah, no, I was actually shocking because like I think that the Chargers should have beat the Chiefs the other week.
Yep.
In my opinion,
The
The
Chiefs
Panthers should have beat the Chiefs.
I do agree.
Did
as well.
y'all,
I
did
do
y'all see
agree
the
well.
TikTok where it's like the Chiefs should be 4-9?
Well,
They're
did
the-
you see the stat that?
Yeah, the
That's-
Giants, the Giants, and the
Giants
Jets, and
and the Bears.
yeah,
Is it Bears?
they're all
They have all, neither have scored 30
30?
points or
I
more.
couldn't
and
remember. I
they're
would say-
all 2-11, 3-11,
3-11.
whatever.
You know, this is the first. They said this is the first win this week that they've won more than 2 touchdowns this entire season. They said.
Yeah,
Because they won 21-7. That's
Yeah.
crazy to think
and
about.
yeah, they're 13-1.
That is so crazy. Well, all the like the random offsides and false starts is. Blatant, though. It's crazy.
We'll get to it later, but I've got for one of our picks later. Not Pittsburgh. What is it? Where is it at? Oh, they play the Texans this week, and that could be a game because I mean I think Houston just clinched a playoff spot,
They
didn't
did.
they?
Yep.
Because
They
they
did.
won their division. But
That
then
would be a good game. Yeah.
Patty came up limping last week, so we'll see what happens there if he'll be healthy for next week.
Good
but-
old Patty Mahomes.
But would you even start him? No. If he's even hurt at all, I would
probably
no.
not.
I would say absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you want that first, so like you want that 1 seed though. So like that's understandable. But who are they fighting? Like Buffalo.
But they got
Who else?
they got two,
There's one
they
more.
got two
I thought.
games in hand.
Who? The Chiefs?
They're 13-1. The
Oh,
Bills
for the
are-
1 seed?
Yeah, Bills are 12-2, and since the Chiefs beat the Bills, they've got a game in hand. On top of having one game already.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically the Chiefs have to lose out, the Bills have to win out to get one.
Okay. So yeah.
It's possible. It's
So-
not probable.
So if he's hurt, then I would. Not even chance at all, to be honest.
Do we want to throw in these 2 picks at the end of our NFL?
I think we're there.
Well, the 2 that we got picked out for us, we'll expand on that a little later. But we got Ravens, Steelers on Saturday. They're both 2 Saturdays games, actually.
For the North.
Yep.
Damn.
Steelers can clinch
I love the Saturday
division.
games.
I do too.
if they get a win. But Ravens coming off the Giants, so they basically had a scrimmage game.
Wait, isn't it college playoff and
Yep.
Saturday? Oh, there might be moves coming over here.
Full slate.
Wow. Okay.
So
I won't be
Ravens
here Saturday.
are favored
I'll
by
be in
6.
the mountains.
I will.
Oh,
I
you're
will.
going with Buffalo?
Yeah.
I will be in Seattle.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm getting drunk with Maddie. Just kidding.
Watching. Well,
No,
Drew,
she loves it.
Drew
She loves
probably
playing.
wouldn't want to watch football,
Football,
but he'd
yeah.
hang out and drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Ravens are favored by 6.
6.
Wow.
I got the Steelers in the clinching. Is it who's at home?
Yeah,
Ravens.
Ravens.
Ravens are at home.
I still got the Steelers.
Give me Lamar and Baltimore.
I
The fighting Peyton Wilsons.
I love the fight and Peyton Wilsons to death, but give me the Ravens.
how the Eagles kind of pick through the Steelers defense. I think I'm gonna have to go with Baltimore just because they have so many threats. Like Lamar can throw the ball.
Flowers,
Yeah,
King Henry,
exactly.
Lamar throwing and passing.
Henry, all of them. Yes, it's so. I
Lamar
just think
can kick
that
the ball too.
seriously.
He can also snap it himself. He can throw his own passes.
Yeah. So
He's
I
been
definitely-
doing
I'm
it
going
since
with
he
the
was in
Ravens.
high school.
on the Ravens. I saw a discussion this morning with Stephen A. I can't remember what that show is.
In the bowl, sorry.
No, you're okay. What's that show with Stephen A. and all
First
the
Take.
First Take? Thank you. Cam Newton,
Jinx.
is on there as well. He said that he ranked.
Did he
Cam
jump on the
Newton-
ball?
he ranked Cam Newton, like he hyped him up a lot today. Actually, a lot of them put Lamar as number 1, which we can talk about another
Oh,
time.
I sent
but
that clip in the
yeah,
group chat.
yeah. And he really hyped him up about Cam Newton. He said Lamar, he's probably close to Lamar, but I think he put him as right under Lamar. But yeah, I love to see the hype up. But Lamar, in everybody's opinion, is the best running QB ever. Do we agree?
Michael Vick.
They put Cam ahead of
Yeah, they
Vic.
put Cam.
That's because
Vic.
of playoff wins. That
They
makes
did,
sense.
and because of that one season, Stephen A. was like he took a team to the Super Bowl 15 and won. He didn't win a Super Bowl, but Mike Vick has never.
It is so hard for you now.
Shut up. I could see it in your eyes trying to say something, but you held it.
I can see it in your eyes. Well, speaking of like
Are we-
better QBs. Sorry, what? Go ahead.
Are we ranking those guys right now? Or
No,
we
I was
just
gonna just say who do you think who's y'all's MVP?
this year.
Yeah. It is not Josh Allen. It is not Josh Allen. I don't care if he had a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and multiple throwing touchdowns in one game. Right?
Yes.
You're
In the snow.
In the snow.
so you're saying he's not MVP caliber?
He is not MVP
Why?
because his name is Josh Allen.
I
My
need
na-
more explanation.
My name is Jeff.
Because the NFL doesn't want to see
I didn't
him
get a reaction out of that. I thought I was going to.
doesn't want to see him overcome Patty Mahomes.
So you're basically saying he's overrated.
Yes.
The fuck? No, absolutely not. You're crazy.
Yeah, where's the button?
You're crazy to saying that. Actually,
It's not because it's like
I don't think he's overrated, but I think
he's overrated.
until
Disagree.
he proves
He
can win.
He's got to
Well, he's
win.
gotta
deep
win the
into the
He's got to
playoffs.
win an AFC championship game. Until then, he's just a regular season. He's like Phillip Rivers. Oh, that's a solid comparison.
yeah, but he's not a running. No, it's not, in my opinion, because.
Phillip Rivers threw the ball 95% of the time, but I mean, like,
But I'm saying comparing them, saying that they're similar is not.
Phillip Rivers was always
But
an
you're-
MVP
but
candidate
as
until
the-
the
but I'm
playoffs
talking
happened.
Who are
about
you
as-
saying is better?
Oh, Josh Allen, in my opinion. But because of him being a running quarterback and he
The
can do it
dual
all.
threat
The dual
versus-
threat versus.
I
yes,
love Phillip as the
absolutely.
NC State guy, but yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree with Evan.
I absolutely love Phillip Rivers. There's no disrespect at all. I love all of his children too that he has.
All 37.
Starting 11.
Yeah, but no, if you're comparing them, I'm sorry. If I'm picking a draft from prime Phillip Rivers and prime Josh Allen, I think Josh Allen is in his prime right now. Obviously, I'm picking Josh Allen.
If he's even there yet.
It helps when you
Exactly.
take. It helps.
Exactly.
It helps because he took a knee.
Huh?
He took a knee.
What do you mean?
He proposed.
Oh.
Oh no, I did see that. You saw that stat. It was like through 3 games, he's like 14 touchdowns, 1,000
no picks.
yards. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I
But
still think he's not the MVP. It's
so who wins MVP then?
let me think. Currently, it'd probably be
Josh Allen.
No, it'd be Mahomes probably.
No.
If they
No
if
way,
they go
dude.
if
I'm
they
going
go,
hot take here.
If they go 15-1, they will give
Can-
it to Mahomes again.
Can you get it? Can you think of my curveball right now since I got yours last week?
Yeah, and you stole mine.
Yep. Who do you
Freaking
think?
Thunder.
Who do you think I'm thinking right now?
Derrick Henry.
No.
Oh.
Now,
Closer.
see, that's who I was thinking.
Oh, Saquon.
Yep.
Bingo. That's a good. That's a
Saquon's
good
a
one,
good-
actually. That's a
Saquon's
good
a good
one.
As
one.
much as
Good
it
one.
hurts to say that,
Saquon's
Yeah.
a good one, but the
But-
thing is that I think they would probably put Hurts ahead on the ballot than they would Saquon.
Jalen? No, he hasn't done anything.
I don't know about that one. That's close though. It's hard with a
Because
QB
the
and a running
thing
back,
is
though.
they would rather you also.
I
have
know
to-
it's a quarterback award now, basically, but
Mhm.
it's if they were going to give it to any running back, it would be.
Oh, it'd be
him.
Saquon in a heartbeat.
But you could say Henry could be in the top 5 of that.
Henry will be 2.
Yeah.
If we're doing running backs, he'd be
Yeah.
number
Yeah.
2.
Agreed. Yeah.
But that also comes with. I mean, Lamar's just the more athletic,
Mhm.
more versatile
Yeah.
version of Jalen Hurts.
Agreed. Yeah.
But what about Joe Burrow? He leads in passing yards.
Well, I know he's my fantasy quarterback.
No, really?
Guess what? I have him and Jamar Chase, and they're first in
Really?
every
Dude, that's the
statistic.
Really?
craziest thing.
And
Wow.
Every
hey,
week is
I'm
like
12
wild.
and 2,
Wow.
basically because of them.
Yeah.
I got screwed though. I beat you by 1 point this week.
I know
Yeah,
because I put Jacoby Myers instead of JSN.
yeah.
I made the change right before kickoff happened, and I was like, all right. Well, it's because Jacoby Myers was playing against the Falcons, and they have a terrible secondary, and I thought they'd
Yeah,
slang.
that was the one
they'd
game you
slang the
needed
rock.
like 13 points, and you got like 11.
I got 12. I
Yeah.
needed 13.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
so
tough,
I'm down
yeah.
by a point, but it's on.
but we
me.
got 2 weeks of playoffs.
yeah.
So,
There you go.
No, it's
but you also lucked out because Montgomery went down.
yep.
And that's huge.
Kamara is questionable.
Enjoy
So
the
both of my running backs are
enjoy the waiver wire on that one.
Yeah,
We can make a move like we tried to make a move.
There may or may not be something going on.
I was looking at you can't trade now though.
Yeah.
You can drop and yeah.
He's the leader of it. He's gonna go in there. You cannot drop after this.
No, I was looking at different things. I was about to text somebody and be like, "Hey, you want to drop this guy so I can pick him up?"
It would not let me do CMC last year.
No.
Yeah.
It was so weird. Like we
I
almost did it.
I have an eye on somebody, but it was. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm confident with my roster.
Saquon.
I've got faith.
I wasn't Saquon. It was somebody else.
I'm gonna say.
Just say who it was.
No.
Why not?
Because
That's
I'm playing
unfair. You're
you.
playing. Yeah, I wouldn't.
I
I
already
wouldn't
said.
either. I wouldn't.
I already
tell
said I'm not. I'm gonna worry about it.
Blah, 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 blah.
Just let me know who you want from our team because we did make future considerations.
Okay. That's our matchups for this week for the NFL.
Yeah, we did Ravens, Steelers, and what was the other one?
Chiefs, Texans.
Chiefs. Oh,
I
no,
did
no, never mind. Even though I think Patty Mahomes is probably going to win MVP just because of the record alone. Give me C.J. Stroud and the Texans.
I said Texans because of how banged up the Chiefs are now.
Yeah. If Mahomes is actually hurt, Texans. CJ Stroud, who we should have picked first overall.
Yeah.
Gosh, imagine if the Panthers had him.
What did I say
He
the
would've gotten
whole
hurt
month?
last year.
The whole month before the draft, me and Evan talked about this just about every day.
We
Like,
did.
No,
Sitting at the
forget
desk.
Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Bring in CJ Stroud.
And every day we saw, Panthers definitely are on Bryce Young. I haven't lost hope, but I'm just saying, at this moment,
No, I hope everything
would
works
like
out
that.
now that he's here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I mean,
it
it's
looks,
working.
it's
starting to
getting better.
Yeah.
But it's
We'll see.
Hopefully it continues to improve.
That is true.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
I can't believe they took his mask off.
Snatched
They
it.
snatched his mask off.
I felt so happy for him.
Yeah.
I really did.
It was a good game.
Canes coming off a 4-1 win against Columbus on Sunday, getting back in the win column. We looked a lot better that game. We looked like I forget who it was, but somebody said we looked like we were playing in front of an e-bug, which to be fair, we kind of were. But Tokarski also looked like he had been there and done that.
So it was like certain
most
saves.
points.
At certain saves, I was like, oh, okay, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And certain times when he went across, like post to post, I was like, I don't know. That's just it wasn't as
Scary.
comfortable.
Yeah.
But he's like he probably was nervous.
He's
Why
like
would you not be?
it's like choppy almost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I'd rather have him choppy in the crease than Kochetkov sliding 10 feet out of the crease.
If it turns our mindset, like, we have
if
to,
we have to
bear down here, like bear down,
defensive minded.
yeah, like that, then I'm okay with that.
We have one of the top defensive cores in the league, so I'd have no problem doing that if that's the case.
Yeah. What did I say? Beer down first?
You said bear down, but it made me think of something. Have you seen the show Community?
I've heard of it, but I have not seen it. I don't believe.
There's a part where they were doing an ad read or like an ad, and it was bear down for midterms. And it turns out that like the episode before, there was like a bear attack that happened.
Oh gosh.
So they painted bears and they put them all over the campus. And there was one character who always overreacted. He went, "It's bear down for midterms," and then everyone just lost their minds.
Oh,
so when you said bear down, I went, "Oh my gosh,
perfect
for midterms."
That's like our I don't know, our slogan for app. I don't know what, but we just we bear down. Like all the players are like, if we're down a goal, let's bear down. Let's go. So I
for midterms.
For midterms, yes. But no, like if that changes our mindset, and I mean we more defensive minded, that's fine. Like
they got 28 shots on goal.
Yeah,
and he had a 9.64 save percentage. So
I mean, I think there was a save in the first period. I think we were on the penalty kill where it was huge. Like it was a kick save, and I think if they would have scored it, it would have changed the game completely. But looking at like KK, his shot. You see that toe drag? He needed that. He needed that. We needed depth scoring. Depth scoring is starting to happen again. Like Carrier scored, I believe, in front of the net, right? Yes.
Yep.
And then you have KK. That those two do not ever score on the same night usually ever. I think was it Martinook as well?
Yep.
And then who was our other one?
Aho started
So
it.
There you go. So you have your star, and you have your depth scoring. That's what you need. And then you had a goalie that you felt. I don't know if they felt comfortable, but they, like I said, they bear down and they showed that they can. However, Columbus is not a good team, so we can't get too hyped up about it.
Yeah,
because they're not a good team.
Points are points.
100%. And a win is a win. Doesn't matter who.
We also had a shorthanded goal.
That was sick.
Points are points.
That was Aho's goal,
W's
right?
are W's.
Yeah.
It does help too, though, when you have every single man on your roster is positive and plus or minus, except for one.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm talking to you, Jakub Slavin.
Yeah, but
Is he minus?
He was -1.
Oh,
that's
game.
still
Yeah.
rare.
Oh.
I was about to say his season. I guarantee.
Oh,
you
his plus like
We were 5 for 5 on the PK.
we love that. That's our strong suit, though.
0
we know
for
that.
3 on the power
We know
play.
that. That the power play is always going to hurt us. I feel like,
killing the percentage.
but I don't know.
We're
I
still
wanted to
top
see,
5 in both in the league, I think.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I wanted to prove a point
Well,
to Jacob here. If I can
to
find
Jakob.
it. Oh,
What'd I do?
I can't prove a point. Oh, yes, I am. Carrier, remember we were talking about he didn't really play the
Hits.
body. He leads.
He lead. Yeah, I did see that the other day.
No, but
It's just not noticeable.
You're right.
Suck
but
on
it's-
them numbers.
But it's stuff like that's needed though.
Yeah.
Like when he goes in the corners, he doesn't necessarily blow someone
Yeah.
up. He puts his body between, and it helps.
Yeah, he's
So I'm
kind of
just-
like Nino.
But
Yeah.
like stronger.
Peter
I think
Ryder.
stronger Nino. But yeah, that's a very good comparison.
They both got the big bodies that they can throw around. They rarely
Nino
come out
has a
of.
little bit of a better shot. Well,
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can totally agree with you on that one.
Yeah. But they both, if they were going into the corner for a puck battle, they're coming out with the puck.
Same with Martinook though.
Yeah.
Same with Martinook.
Martinook just throws his whole friggin'
He's
head
100.
into everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Love
a
that kid.
maniac. I love him.
Yeah. No, we're looking good. Nature's is still getting points here and there.
Yeah.
We are zen. We are calm. We are not panicking.
I think this game tonight against Islanders will actually be a clue game for us.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, are we back where we were at? You know what I mean? Because we had a stretch where we looked the
Cooking.
best team in the league. Period.
Cooking.
Can we get back to that? I'm hoping
Oil,
so.
gas, and gravy.
There you go. Yes, sir. No touch my guys.
No, touch my guys.
No touch my guys.
We
'Cause he'll be back
got
in
to
net.
clip that one for Trip and tag him, see if he notices it.
Solid.
I
Oil,
bet you
oil,
will.
grass, oil, gas, and gravy. Cooking with it, Trip.
Oh yeah.
Cook 'em.
Dig in. I got the hat. I got the
Bear
the
down.
hat.
There you go. Yeah, put that on a hat. We'll
Bear
wear it.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got the huge Caniac hat.
love that.
I almost
Love
got the
that.
Stall Bunyan one.
Stall
Oh.
Bunyan. Our food is good. Not too good, eh? If you know, you know.
Phineas and Ferb.
There it is.
I was about to say.
Attaboy. So Canes are favored.
Minus 240.
But as
Minus
say,
250.
Oh wow,
ESPN bet that 240.
Minus
dude!
250.
But this is a trap game. You
Total.
know why? You
Because
know why it's a trap game?
it's the Islanders.
That and it's because it's on ESPN Plus and Hulu. We
Oh,
always
jeez.
national games. We do not do good on. I don't know why.
Technically, it's not
Tech-
national.
Thank you. I was about to
Well,
say it's not ESPN
okay, you're right.
Plus. They
You're
put
right.
they
You're
put
right.
the
Hulu-
ice. They put the ice pack on ESPN Plus.
This is
Yeah.
true. This is true, but not on Hulu.
Technically, yes, because it's
the
It's the
package.
play.
It's the
Yeah,
package,
together.
dude.
Yeah,
But it's
but
It
you get what
melts
I'm saying.
together.
what you're
But
saying
you get what I'm
is
saying.
the
Though, when we're always on
TNT
something,
TBS
yes.
games.
Yeah.
TNT. We are like what 1-6.
Well, not anymore.
We
but
were.
like before two or three
Yeah, it
seasons
was
ago,
bad.
we were
Yeah, we were like
pretty
1
bad.
It's just I
and-
get worried
One
with
and-
anything
one
that's
and
on
bad.
like that. That's what I in a 7:30 game. I know that's weird, but that still messes people's routines up.
12-4-0 at home though. So
Yeah.
Hey, we good. We chilling.
Yeah, no, I think that, like I said, Islanders are not a great team, but if this would be a show.
I mean, they just beat us last week, didn't
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, so
they? In their
Um,
Stanley Cup with
dude,
that was
I
nuts.
swear, since you say that, it's funny though because to me, the Islanders are like ECU for NC State. Whenever
for
they,
us,
yes.
because they can never beat us.
yeah.
in the
so
playoffs.
whenever they,
When they
so
did,
whenever the
yeah.
Islanders play the Canes, it's always their Super Bowl or their Stanley Cup.
I get
Yeah.
that. I get
It's
that.
I mean,
how-
because
just how
what we
ECU
swept
and-
them a couple years ago. We beat them in
5.
yeah, and then 6.
True.
And
Sorokin's
and
still
and
so
in
good.
their barn too.
Yeah,
Sorokin is still so good.
He is.
He's 9-9-4, but his save percentage is still 906. Like that's.
Yeah.
It's at home tonight though.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
absolutely.
I
will
don't
say this,
See
the
I
go
see
ahead.
us feeding off of Sunday and
Mhm.
hopefully continuing that.
The one thing that I would like to see is a little bit more shot numbers because 28s for us is kind of low.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree.
But the thing is, though, the 28, it was on net. It wasn't like
Yeah.
from the point, which like we usually have like 8 or 9 shots from the point.
Well, if you ever hear us when we have over 30 shots, we
There's-
usually have like a crap ton of shot attempts.
Yeah.
So it's like that's probably why I'm agreeing with what you're saying there. So I we'll see. I'm excited. I'm always excited for Canes game
First goal
days.
scorer tonight's going to be Carrier.
Ooh, we're gonna go with that. Okay, first goal scorer or anytime.
I'm going to say anytime first goal tonight will be Mr. Seth Jarvis.
So
Huh?
he's your first and your anytime.
So, no, Seth's going to be first.
Okay.
Carrier is going to be anytime.
Anytime.
Oh.
Okay.
You just changed that mid segment there.
know I did because I thought about it for a second.
You
I
said, do the sound. Do the reverse.
Reverse. Oh, wait, where? Oh.
There you go.
I'm gonna give Svech anytime goal scorer and no, I'm switching that. I'm gonna have Svech first goal scorer and Gossespierre anytime. That's what I got.
Going KK anytime. He's getting
Ooh,
rolling.
I did think I was gonna put him over Ghost. I like that.
First goal scorer. Go with Gossespierre.
First goal. We both went to Ghosty, but not first at any time. All right.
Ooh, I don't have a
Ghosty.
ghost sound effect.
Oh man.
No, I know.
Scooby Doo.
No, but
Scooby-Doo. Sorry. No.
Ghost is looking great.
Ghosty is looking solid.
I love it.
If
I almost did the stupid Sweet Life of Zach and Cody thing you did a couple weeks ago.
I forgot. I need to bring that back. I need to clip that. Go back and clip that up. Ghosty, speak to us. If that's what you want me to call
Yes,
you.
that's yeah.
Oh goodness.
man.
But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I'm always, like I said, I'm always excited for Canes game day. I will watch hockey for the rest of my life.
Let's get us back to 10 over the
Yeah.
10 over 500.
Yeah. I would like our 20th win tonight.
2010 and 1.
2021.
20th. Oh man.
20101.
Oh man, if
Ooh.
I would have known
pick 5 numbers. Wait, one.
if I would have known that we could have gotten our 20th win, I would have gotten Aho anytime goal scorer. Well, it's in my mind though, so that doesn't count, but you know.
If only we weren't recording via iPhone, I'll be like, you know what? We're going to do a specific bet today. Shout out to DraftKings, the official sportsbook of the HPP podcast. Not really, but, you know, we're wishing. We fingers crossed. we
We ain't heard anything back yet.
What about Fando?
I ain't heard nothing back. Either.
Fando, I got Fando.
I got FanDuel.
I got
too.
both.
I got
actually
all.
don't.
I
I
got
do
all
not
of
have.
them.
I only have FanDuel, and I'll state that for right now.
Tuesday.
If DraftKings give us a sponsorship, I will 100% get.
Use our
DraftKings.
code for a free bet. Still not there yet.
Still not there yet.
Speaking of betting, though, did y'all see that Caesars opened up in Danville today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did not see that. Wow.
$500 a night for a room, though.
Sheesh. Sheesh. Yeah. Do you guys have anything else to touch on? The
Yeah.
Canes?
I mean, I think we win tonight. I mean, we go to Washington.
Kochekov
we go
is
to
playing tonight.
gosh.
I'm hoping
I think it'll be if he stays in the crease, we're
He
good.
bounce back.
I'm hoping
back.
that Tokarski they're like showing that he's going to be solid takes pressure off of Kochekov because Kochekov seems to freak out whenever he's put in as
True.
the 1A guy. So I think hopefully now that we have that second option, Kochekov will take a breath and just be what he can be.
He needed a break. Like when you goalies,
I mean,
it's
he
hard
was
for
playing with Martin
Yeah, but I'm
for
saying,
most of it. Like they were
but
splitting
Kochekov
time.
still, but Chekhov played for like 4 or 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
So I just think he needed that break. It's hard. The only goalie that I can really think of that can do something like that is like Vasilevsky, because there's no other goalie.
Vaseline.
I mean, I feel like most of the top fringe guys that are like
Igor, but you have Quick though, so you have that.
But like Igor will still go like 4 or 5 games, and then they'll throw Quick in for a game, and then they'll do another 4 or 5.
Yeah, but Kochekov is not used to that. Is what I'm saying. Like
he needs to.
He has to. That's what I'm saying. Like he has to get to that. He's always had Freddie
he's
as a
gonna
backup.
get passed up on if he doesn't get used to that in the next 2 or 3 years. Because
I think the
Freddie's getting older, so he's not.
But I mean, I think too though, we now have what 3 guys take Freddie out.
No, 2 without Freddie.
I mean, we had Martin. What happened to Martin?
He's in Chicago.
Okay, he got sent down. So then we have 2.
It's Tokarski and.
But I'm saying
Kochekov.
Injury wise, we have Martin, who at least has experience.
I don't
at least
trust him.
I don't either, but at least
he gave up at least 4 every game he played in.
3.8, but it was bad.
That's hockey.
That's
a hockey.
It's
in
hockey
6 games.
It's
If you're
statistical 3.8.
if you give up 4 goals in a game, you're losing 80% of those.
I'd bump that up to I think a little bit higher.
Still, exactly my point.
Way,
I know, but I'm saying at least there's extra bodies.
Yeah,
rather than because I mean,
I'd rather have Kochekov and a Gibson, like you were saying last week.
If we go back, 2-3 years ago, when all we had was, Mrazek and then Ronzo and McElhaney.
Yeah,
I'd
rather have that tandem right now than what we have.
Okay,
I mean, I Kochekov and one of those guys, I would be comfortable. I feel like.
I mean,
if we had,
I think that
if we had Mrazek and
Kochekov would be a great tandem.
The point that I was trying to make was at least is like we still have. I know we all don't trust Spencer Martin. That is so weird saying my name with someone else's last name, but
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's weird, but
it's again first 2 first names.
Shut up. He's got 2 first names too.
I do, 100%.
Asshole.
Kyler's got 4.
Oh my gosh, he does. I never thought about that.
Albert, Kyler, Brooks, Franklin.
Maybe you shouldn't put his government name.
We can believe it.
3710. Oh man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, you don't go in the playoffs with
We are in December, young man. We are in December.
Exactly, though.
I know. Like, now is the time to figure out.
But Canes are not. Nowadays, it's not about what can we do in the regular season in a way. Because, like, the Canes have been known in the last 5 years at least. These guys are a playoff team. I'm not worried.
They all know that they're a playoff team, but I think, too, though, from a front office perspective, you at least know that you have Freddie, who is behind the curtain, who is getting healthy again. You have PK, who is trying his best. And you have...
Tokarski.
Thank you. I was going to say something else.
And Martin.
Tokarski?
Yes.
Is that correct?
I'm going to say it wrong, too, so...
It
looks like what it...
Okay, Tokarski. Yeah. I thought it was something else. I thought there was like a V in there or something. You have him, and you have... Spencer Martin, whatever. All right. You at least have bodies.
You also have Peretz if you're going to go to that extent. Because he was up here on the bench for a while.
You have bodies is what I'm trying to say. It's one of those things where we haven't had guys who have been in rotation to where like they've all at least had some.
My whole point is if Tokarski comes in and they can be a tandem for 2 months until Freddie gets back for the playoffs. That's what you stick with, but if Tokarski starts to crap the bed too, you have to make a move.
I mean, I agree with that, but go ahead.
Listen to this, though. We have tried Freddie and Kochekov in the playoffs.
Didn't work.
I mean...
It's just like, in my opinion, what I'm agreeing with the bodies, but what I'm saying is when you go into the playoffs...
Oh, yeah.
When you go into playoffs, it's not about a rotation. It's about your number one guy.
Yeah.
You have to have a number one guy. And you, like...
Do you want to make a move now, or do you want to wait and
I would say trade deadline, in my opinion. You write it out here. Someone can get hot. You go in, and that's what it's all about in the playoffs. When a goalie gets hot or a team gets hot, they can beat anyone. Look at Florida.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally what happened. Bobrovsky got hot. That team got hot. They ran through everyone.
Good old Bob.
So
Bobby.
I would...
Bobbo.
you just look at top end teams though, the champion teams. They don't have really. I know we need 2 guys in the regular season, but there's something in Kane's front office that doesn't want to go for that number 1 guy, and I don't know what it is because I know they're trying to ride Kochetkov for being that number 1, but we, in my opinion, at the trade deadline, if it's still this questionable, you have to go find your number 1 guy going into the playoffs. That's it.
But who do you get?
I mean, there's Gibson that has.
I wouldn't say he's a number 1 though. He would be a tandem guy.
I disagree. He has experience in the playoffs. He's an older veteran. Yes, he's older. However, you put in our defense in front of John Gibson, I guarantee you we're.
I mean,
running
what do his numbers look like against Freddie's?
On a Ducks team, though? Look at the Ducks team. They are terrible, and they've been terrible, and his numbers are still not bad. I'm saying his numbers are.
He is left out to dry like 85%
all the
of the
time.
game.
And I'm not saying that he could be our number 1, but if it had to be, he could possibly. I'm saying he could get hot. Kochetkov could get hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to ride on Freddie going in because I'm scared he could possibly get hurt at any time. But the only counter to what you're saying as well, Gibson can also randomly get hurt. Yeah. So it's hard to say.
Because they're both up there in their 30s. So it's
agreed.
It's one bad slide away from pulling a groin and being out 3 weeks or whatever.
There's a lot. I've heard some talks about the Utah's goalie, not Utah's. I'm sorry. Utah's goalie. Remember he's a Canes killer, number 70. I can't say his name. His name is crazy.
I forget his name too.
But he's in a lot of talks.
The main one I've heard is Gibson because they're gonna be sellers.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Utah and I forget who else was rumored to be. We were talking with.
Can you look up?
I'm getting on it.
Karel. Yeah, try it.
Vejmelka.
Yep. Yeah, but no, he's a Canes killer.
Isn't it Vermelka?
Yeah, Vermelka. I think.
Vermelka.
Can you look up John Gibson's career numbers?
I can.
Thank you.
I'll pull up Freddie.
That's gonna
just to compare.
But you got it. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's actually a good, interesting comparison. In all honesty,
I mean, what I was going for is do we also think too though that the front office is in the mindset now where the Canes are going to operate on a tandem from here on out?
I mean, it's smart to go out as tandem, but like I said,
you have to have it for the regular season. But to his point,
I get the point that Evan's making too, though. But it's like we've hit the fan twice, only because in the tandem we've had one guy who's been not 100% healthy.
Yeah,
you go into the playoffs and you have a tandem who's 100% healthy. Both are 100% healthy.
Weren't they last year though?
No, because Freddie came off of
but he wouldn't be 100% healthy
played
this year
like
either.
8 games before the playoffs, though.
True, but I mean, still, it's like one of those things. Because he played
he got like a month in before the playoffs.
Okay.
So it's hard to say. You know what I mean? Like, that's hard.
And he was like 7-1 in that time
he played great.
span.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Played great, but I think, too, though, it's like, it's
What are Gibson's numbers?
Which numbers are career?
Career.
Just save percentage.
Yeah. And
9-10. 91%.
9-16.
Yeah. How many games played?
487.
Huh? 487?
Yes.
499.
Oh, there you go. They're right around there.
Let's see. Hold on, I gotta find wins. 198.
Oh, 298.
That makes a big difference though. Because he played on the Ducks.
He played here. Freddie's been on the Canes
like,
and
their numbers are close.
And Toronto.
So but I'm saying if I'm gonna bet on something, I would bet on something that hasn't worked already.
What's his goals against? Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I just feel like it just hasn't worked.
2.9.
2.255.
Yeah. So it's like.
So Freddie's slightly better in all of them
with a good teams.
Yeah.
Because he's never been on a bad team. What team has Freddie been on?
He started on the Ducks.
That was one season, I think.
3.
Was it 3? Ooh. What was the save percentage then?
He played 28 games, 230 or not 230.
Oh, that's bad.
I was looking at his goals against. He was 229 for goals against and 923.
There you go. That's solid.
54 games.
What years was that?
13 through 16.
I'm trying to think who played for the Ducks during that time. That was like
he had 35 wins in 14-15, and he had a 9-14.
Because he was definitely drafted by the Ducks because he went to Toronto after that, right?
Yeah. Well, technically he was drafted by us and then went back into the draft.
It was weird. Yeah, that was a whole
Yeah.
that was a whole crazy thing.
And then 43 games with a 9.19. Then he went to Toronto from 16 to 21. The only year he's ever been under a 9 save percentage, I think he got hurt in 21. Well, he got traded. Or not traded, he signed with us. He got hurt and came to us, but he was at 895 in 23 games or 24 games in Toronto in his last season.
Yeah.
And here he's been 922, 903, 932. And then through 4 games, he had a 9.
Yeah, the
41.
Yeah, he was playing really good at the beginning. So it's like I said, it's hard to say. I mean, they're both.
I think they're pretty equal.
Yeah, I mean,
You just have one who's
Freddie
The
does have
thing
an
is,
edge.
if we brought Gibson in
and he
and
doesn't.
kept Freddie,
That would be.
would you
crazy.
bring Freddie? Would you put Freddie and Gibson as the tandem in the playoffs?
Yes.
Yes, but-
caveat. I need a caveat.
What?
There's no way they can get Gibson, Freddie, and Kochekov. though.
Kochekov would be gone.
That's what I'm saying. You would have to get rid of him,
But
and
I
I
mean-
don't think they do that because.
He doesn't have to be gone. We can carry 3 goalies.
But
We had
money
three.
wise is what I'm worried
That's-
about. Because Gibson is.
You do forget that we have the Microsoft Excel expert of like the whole world as our.
Yeah. That is true. This is true. Our CFO.
I'll sell it. I'll give you
but-
that.
Yeah,
That was good.
Yeah. We spent like 10 minutes after we were about to wrap up talking about
Oh yeah, we did. I shouldn't have said anything about.
No,
but
that's
it's
because
okay.
I mean I was genuinely curious because I'm like nine times out of 10 when games are going on, I have it like I'm either shooting a game or I'm
Yeah.
tuned in.
Yeah.
I was at our next topic
Oh yeah.
The
while
hoops.
this game was going on.
The hoops.
The
The
hoops. The hoops.
The hoops.
Bless you.
Oh
Bless you.
gosh.
Perfect timing. So
Dang.
as we talked about last week, I made the lovely trek out to the University of Kansas to watch NC State absolutely fall on their face and lose.
It wasn't that bad.
It was that bad.
It was pretty bad.
Kansas legit handed the game and said, "Take it." State couldn't even do it.
Yeah. I mean, still only losing by 15 though.
I mean,
That's
let it be known though.
that's
Yeah,
borderline
still.
blowout. and
you.
I'd say 20 or above is a blowout.
Well, the thing
That's
is,
why I said borderline.
they covered the spread by half a point.
Did they?
They
oh
did.
wow.
So it was
Oh, no.
14.
Never mind. It was a push because it changed.
Oh.
So it was a push. All right.
Push
So,
comes the shove.
but the thing is though, is when you give that was a good one. When you give the University of Kansas 15 points to start the game,
Yeah.
you're not gonna win.
It was 10-0, wasn't it?
It was 15.
I thought we scored at 10.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it was 8. I was impressed because we got it to 8 at halftime.
And then we got it to 4 to start the second half.
No, we didn't.
We got it down to 4.
It was 15-0. Looked at the
Okay.
box score. I had to double check because
We got it down to 4, and then
Double check that because I don't believe that.
the halftime.
Yeah.
Let me
I
roll
think
up my
I thought they
scribble.
hit like 2 threes in a row to get it back to
Never
End
mind.
of half.
It was 6.
Yeah, end of half it was 38 to
30. And then what was the next score?
Why is it not loading? Oh, I'm on the. I gotta go to the next one.
Yeah, it was 40.
Free throw, 39-30.
Sorry, it was 8:47. No, it got down to 7. So it was a 2-possession game.
Yeah.
Technically.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
we're
41
always talking about technicalities.
It was
here on the
41-48
HPP
for a couple minutes. but
Okay.
then-
Yeah, so it was a
Then
7-point
they-
game, and then they
yeah. Then they hit a 3 and it was over basically.
Yeah. I think the only reason why that game hurt was just the fact that like Kevin Keats had the team running an offense that worked.
Yeah.
Like they were getting Dickinson in foul trouble, which is what you need to do.
Mhm.
And then the 12-minute media timeout happened and they stopped going down to the post. I was like, all right, that makes sense. And then you try to run 5 out against Kansas, it's not going to work. You
Yeah.
cannot run 5 out. And I mean, that's how you lose by 15. It's
And Dickinson still had 21 points, 14 rebounds.
It was the most quiet 20 piece you will ever see. Like it looked to me like he wasn't even trying.
I bet not. I mean, he's skilled.
And I will say this though, if you ever get the chance to go to Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas, do it. It's pretty cool.
The pictures you sent us were like didn't look real. It
It's
kind of looked AI a little bit. You know what I mean?
it's weird because it's all wood benches.
Oh, really?
Like it
But
is.
it's that
It is your old style.
But that
classic.
color though.
Oh, it's all blue and red. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was interesting.
And then you
picture
have
it was
the Naismith, the whole museum of like all things college basketball that you can think of.
that's
The
sick.
original rules of basketball are there. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Huh,
It's definitely a must do trip. It was pretty fun.
Alright.
I do not recommend though traveling 2,400 miles in 36 hours.
Sad to say, it's a little much.
Gosh, yeah, push the body to the limit. But you know what? It was worth it.
Yeah. Detail your once you got to North Carolina, because didn't you like bus to a car and then a car to a bus?
Would
and
you like
then
to hear the whole rundown
Yeah.
of the whole
It
trip?
is.
You
All right.
flew out to Kansas.
Well, we'll double back because I'm going to talk about this in the 2-minute warning. Greensboro at 4 p.m.
Oh yeah.
Grimsley versus Weddington. We'll talk about that
yeah.
later. Once that game was over, I drove to my friend's house in Greensboro at 1 a.m. I got picked up at 1 a.m. Driven to Charlotte by 3. Walked into the terminal by 3:30. Got on a flight at 6. Flew to Nashville at 7. Flight to Nashville to Kansas City took off at 7:45. Yes, that quick turnaround. Nashville has a small terminal, just FYI. You fly to Kansas
Yeah.
City.
I mean, that makes sense.
It's still an international airport though. But
I was there like a month ago or a
Yeah.
couple months ago.
fly to Kansas City, get a rental car, drive 45 minutes to Lawrence, Kansas. Games at 1 local time. Got there at like 11:30. Stayed, then drove from Lawrence, Kansas to Kansas City, Missouri. Had some of the best barbecue you ever have.
Ooh.
Joe's Kansas City
Love me some
barbecue.
barbecue.
It's in an old gas station.
Oh, I bet those are like gas. You never know.
So I spent $38 on my meal alone.
What'd you get?
I actually have a picture. So $38. I got brisket, I got pork, Texas toast, fries, and their homemade onion rings with
Wow,
3 different homemade sauces.
pretty gas.
I had already started eating, so the phone didn't eat first. That was the big
I
mistake.
respect that.
Yeah, no. There's a reason why if you search best Kansas City barbecue, they're number 1.
Wow. Okay.
15 or 17,000 Google reviews.
If I'm ever over in Kansas,
Oh, it's worth it. So then from there we drove from Kansas City, Missouri to Louisville, Kentucky.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah, I was not in Kansas anymore. I was only in Kansas for like 4 hours. But drove to Louisville, Kentucky, covered the NC State women's versus Louisville women's game. Did a bourbon tasting afterwards, saw the Louisville Slugger Museum while we were there.
There you go.
Total amount of sleep, since I know all the viewers at home are thinking and all the viewers are listening. Total amount of sleep over 3 days. Anyone want to take a guess?
7 hours.
Less.
I was gonna say 5.
6.5.
Evan's about
About
on,
5-ish?
About 5.
Sick.
Yeah, I had
You love that.
I had 4 from Saturday night to Sunday morning. Yeah, and I got home. I left Friday. Technically, I left Friday at 2 p.m. Cover Grimsley. Saturday cover Kansas. Sunday cover Louisville. Got home Monday morning at 4 a.m.
Wow.
Woohoo.
Props to you.
Yeah,
Give you that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
it was a great trip though.
There you go.
Yeah.
I hope you guys know what that movie was. What
I got
reference.
it. I got it.
Did
What?
you?
What'd you say?
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was just saying. I got
The
no
wizard.
reaction though, so I was like, wait, you guys have to know that. Okay.
All right, let's hear about the Coos.
That cool.
It was.
That was actually a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Against Georgetown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean,
They're their rivals, technically, right?
yeah, old school rivals.
Yeah.
We probably should have won the game. They had one guy that basically did everything for them.
Oh, Jaden Epps,
Yep.
27 points. Yeah.
the North Carolina legend.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean, overall, it was like Evan said, it was a good game. It's just the last couple of games, me and my dad have started to talk about it, it's coming down to coaching decisions and Reds.
Does Luke need to start?
I mean, he started a couple games, but
it's not Boeheim anymore.
No, and that's shown, and that's why people are starting to say, maybe we didn't have it too bad with Boeheim because he knew when to sit the young guys to get things regrouped.
Yep.
And then also,
hold on 1 second.
What?
I got to pause. Wait,
all right. But yeah, I saw on Twitter the radio guys in Syracuse are all talking like all we knew was Boeheim for the last 47 years, so everybody got annoyed with some of his antics and everything. But having a second-year head coach, it's starting to get a little more noticeable.
You can just tell
because he took Donnie Freeman, who Spencer knows all about.
I do.
Yeah. Probably a lottery pick next year. Out at about
baller.
The 13-minute mark, I want to say, and I don't think he went back into the game when he was. He's averaged about 20 points a game in the last 3 or 4 games.
He only played 19 minutes too.
Yeah, and
why? You think
he was trying to get a new group out there.
But you don't take that guy out though.
I mean, for a couple minutes.
Yeah,
because he's a freshman,
but not that long.
But but he just needs to start learning fast when you throw that guy back out there.
You got to play your guys who are on heaters.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and it's,
you can't,
especially when,
especially 18 minutes, 8 points.
Yeah. I mean,
1 for 2 for 3. So
yeah.
Also, though, y'all did get into foul trouble.
To a certain extent. It wasn't until the end.
It wasn't until the,
he only had 1 foul, so it's not like he was taken out for having 2 or 3 fouls or anything like that.
I mean, who was in foul trouble?
Luke had 4. Carlos had 4. Lampkin had 4.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like we've said before, I love Luke.
I love him.
He knows his role. He's out there to hustle. He's out there to play defense, and he's out there to facilitate. So him taking those 4 fouls is part of his role. He's going to take hard fouls to put the guys on the line. He's not. He
knows the role.
Yeah.
He fills it very well.
Yeah. And I think a couple games ago he had double-digit scoring and a couple rebounds, couple assists kind of thing.
He'll get his points when he can. It's just like you said, it's a role thing. And it's a good thing to know that you have a player on your bench who knows his role.
Yeah.
True.
And he got 18 minutes and they were, I want to say at least 10 to 15 of them were in the second half because he was one of the guys that went in when he made the lineup change.
I forget that Lapkin was in Colorado.
Yeah. He's the big scary looking dude from Colorado last year.
Because I was like, wait, I recognize his face. And I was like, oh, yeah, duh.
It's a dude who balled out during the tournament.
Yep. But he
work out for state.
Had 18.
We're going
He had 18. Elijah Moore had 10. Carlos had 15, which is a welcome change. But also the last couple games hadn't even looked at shoot the ball at all. But yeah, 15 or 8 of his 15 were from the free throw line, which is also a welcome change because Syracuse has been struggling from the line pretty solidly. But yeah,
averaging 55% from the line, 66%.
Yeah,
it's bad.
I feel like that just shouldn't be the case in basketball.
These two teams,
you should not be
shooting. Like I feel like I could shoot higher than 50%.
Yeah.
But I guess his pressure is different than that. But
you're a college athlete. You're playing. You're used to playing on like large stages.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't really be.
The 3-point line in this game was non-existent basically, except for Epps because I think they said
that's his comfort zone.
There's 79 Power 4 or whatever schools now, and Syracuse is like 75 and Georgetown's like 73 in 3-point percentage. So it shows that Georgetown was 6 for 25 and Syracuse was 4 for 16. So
oh wow. Yeah, that makes a difference.
But yeah, Syracuse, that was the 100th matchup, so that was kind of cool seeing like all the fanfare and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the dome was kind of.
That was the biggest crowd for this year.
I give them that.
But right now, there's not too high of expectations.
Yeah,
right now.
I mean,
everybody's still looking at the bowl game coming up.
That's true.
I mean, y'all's 5 losses aren't like terrible.
No,
you lost to Georgetown, which
we need to. We
Should've
need to
pulled
win
out
the next 3 probably.
Maryland, Bucknell, Wake Forest. Ooh, Wake Forest. I don't know about that one, Chief.
They need to
8-3.
You need to
win.
beat Wake Forest. But
Yeah. Ooh, there's a good game
I don't
tonight,
know,
though.
man. Hunter Salas is on a heater right now.
There's a good game tonight.
Who?
Florida and North Carolina.
Oh, we're getting to those.
Ooh.
We're getting to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump
No.
ahead. But, ooh.
Do we want to? Are we making our announcement?
Yes, we can make. You want
Yeah.
to make it?
I will do that. So, exciting announcement. We have decided to partner with Commonwealth Sports Media.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Ethan and Ross. They're helping us out, put together our slates for picking games and all the betting odds and everything. Hopefully, we're trying to work out some details and everything, but hopefully we'll be getting some more links and everything out for that side of things.
Follow them on Twitter.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
CSM, their little thing that they wanted us to put out there is a sports media group that covers all things sports, from daily articles to insights of the daily betting market. We're looking forward to this partnership and seeing what the future might bring with everything that comes with that.
Yeah.
So that being said, they've given us.
They
about
gave us a slate
a
of
There's some
slate.
smart
games
guys
to talk about.
There's some very
Shout
smart
out
guys
to
that get that.
I've known, as y'all probably are kind of confused as to how this came about. Ethan and I are we're good friends for about 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
He's a photographer at the University of Kentucky. One of the guys who I talk about a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great guy. Ross is a great guy too. They know what they're talking about. They're clearly like they love sports just as much as we do, and it's also great too that we have this partnership because they're up in Kentucky, which is a phenomenal market. As we know, Big Blue Nation is freaking huge.
Yeah.
But as I told Ethan in the group chat, I will not talk positive about Kentucky.
Yeah.
Hey, they know ball,
very
though.
rarely.
They all know ball.
They
very
can
well.
they can
They know ball.
settle
well.
the Louisville debate.
Oh yes,
Yeah, I know I'm probably
there you
wrong
go.
in that part.
I mean,
of the country.
That
you know
might
what?
be the
You know
first-
what's
we might
funny?
need that.
You know
We
what's
might
funny
need that.
is I actually asked people in Louisville how you say it.
Oh,
They say Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Yeah.
well, that's the southern of Louisville, though. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, I was in the city.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. No, yeah, it's like that makes sense.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but no, we're.
You
I
should have got
know.
a video of that.
I should
How
have.
do you say?
I should have. How do you say Louisville?
Like you just said it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. It's just how you say it right there, right? But no, I know. Like Jacob said, I'm excited to have this partnership. It's great. It definitely is coming at the perfect time as we're looking to grow, be able to reach a larger audience, as we all know. Yeah. So we have the slate. Go ahead and talk about the bowl games, since I know we're going to talk about bowl games this week.
Well, I thought we were hitting college basketball first.
Sorry, we're still in the college basketball segment. I read the whole college football slate too. And I just, yeah.
So we got Clemson versus USC tonight.
South Carolina's not favored. Clemson's favored by 2.5. Clemson's coming off of their. Who did they beat? They beat
Clemson's they're 25th over.
they're 25th overall, but
yeah.
it's
So
on top of they beat Kentucky. That's what it was. Ha!
And they lost to Memphis.
right when you said that too, yeah.
They did just lose to Memphis.
Memphis is solid though, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
wasn't
they
OT.
beat UConn.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
I picked Clemson.
Give me Clemson. Give me the Tigers.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go different. Give me the Gamecocks because they're at home. Here we go.
Columbia is a hard city to play in. I mean, they
I
do
haven't really watched anything basketball for them though. In all honesty, like as meaning and like at home.
Yeah.
They
They do.
got some solid guys that average roughly. Like they have 3 guys who are in double-digit scoring. I know 2 of them. Jamari Thomas, he's a transfer from UNCW. He went from averaging like 22 points at UNCW to now he's averaging 12.5, 30 minutes per game. So it's solid stat line. Then you have Jacoby Wright, who's also a North Carolina kid.
There you go.
He's averaging 10.5. So
Do they bring the towels to the basketball games?
they do.
Oh, that's kind of
Yeah, it's kinda sick.
All right, all right,
Um,
all right.
What's
yeah,
the next
definitely
one?
Gamecocks. Then.
Yeah.
Next one is the one that Mr. Evan pointed out just a minute ago. UNC versus Florida.
That's gonna be a fun game. It's invitational though,
Yeah.
so that's
This
always
is
iffy.
I have a caveat with this one because we also have a later UNC game in for this weekend. I've got Florida knocking Carolina to 6-5.
Mm-hmm. What?
But
Where
and
is
Florida's-
this?
It's in Charlotte.
in Charlotte.
Yep, it's at
But Florida's also number 7 in the country.
It's
And they're 10-0. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Jordan Invitation.
The
think
craziest
so.
thing is they have in ESPN they have it favored UNC over
but
Florida. That's kinda-
50 to 49.
that's still though. That's wild to think
So
about. You have a 7th
It's
ranked
because it's
overall,
in Charlotte.
10-0,
Yeah.
but still though, like that's kind of disrespect to the Gators in a way because
I mean, you are 10-0. That's
you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying. You're 10-0. You're
That's
7th.
a high level of disrespect.
That's,
That's
like,
doesn't fly.
That's not really
3.5 points.
Yeah. So I mean, it's 3.5. It's
I've got Florida.
Said
it's Florida.
Florida.
Yeah. I would say. I would say Florida. I would probably say Carolina covers the spread.
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing. I think that Florida, but they cover. I think Florida wins only
Florida wins.
because
Carolina
UNC
covers.
looks bad. Like they're down bad right now. Like it's bad.
You can't.
Well,
you can't have RJ Davis.
that's part of
score,
my caveat.
Score 80 points. Go ahead.
No, I'll get to that once we get down the list. But were you good?
I mean, RJ Davis can't score all your points.
Oh, yeah.
Seth Trimble
Yeah,
can't
it's
score
just-
all your
yeah,
points.
he can't.
Cadeau can't score.
They really
You
don't
can't-
have
He
one.
hasn't really scored
I
yet.
mean,
that
Cadeau, in my opinion, he probably should have transferred. But
They just don't really have
Probably.
one in the paint like they used to. Like,
I mean,
it's
they
just-
have.
Baycott is gone.
Armando.
Yeah, he's
It's
gone. It's
because-
just not working anymore.
It's because majority of their guys, though, they're like, especially their one big man who's like a 5-star recruit. He's a freshman,
yeah, that's
and
true.
the talent that he played against wasn't all like huge guys like what Florida has, who has 6'8", 6'10",
Yeah,
6'11"
that's
guys.
very good point. Very good point.
So-
All right, we might need to speed around the next.
Sorry,
rest of
let's
this.
speed around the few because I mean I love talking crap about Carolina. But
Yeah. St. John's DePaul. I got St. John's.
St. John's.
That's Mr. Patino.
Agreed.
Yep.
And they've got former Syracuse point guard Kadari Richmond,
Oh yeah.
who is probably one of the top point guards in the country. What you guys got? I got St. John's.
Agreed on that one. Yes.
Memphis, Virginia.
Sorry. I mean, if
Mr.
Tony
Bennett's gone.
if
so-
Mr. Bennett was
Memphis.
still,
Yeah, I
if
got
Mr. Bennett
Memphis.
was still coaching, I'd probably say, I mean, it is at Virginia.
Yeah.
So I mean, it used to be where you could,
If it was at Virginia, it was very hard to win there.
Yeah.
it-
Yeah.
but it's at Virginia
Without. No,
Without-
I'm saying, I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with you.
without Tony Bennett. I
And-
mean, it's still the same defensive system, but at the end of the day, it's Memphis.
like-
who's-
Yeah. And it's like I said earlier with the new coaches, like that makes a difference.
It does. Oh,
having
100%.
Tony
Mhm.
Bennett on the floor versus one of his assistants or whoever the interim guy is. I forget his name.
Yeah,
But-
I got Memphis too, and because they beat Clemson here recently, so I got Memphis.
and they beat UConn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of UConn versus Xavier,
if they
I
had
got UConn. They're back on a roll, unfortunately.
if Xavier had Trey Green, I would probably say I would maybe pick Xavier. But
Yeah.
since Trey Green is away from the team, I think he still is. I don't recall.
Yeah, I'm going UConn as well.
I would have to
I
go.
got the Huskies.
Have to sadly go with UConn.
I think at
Since
home,
we all
too,
love
so.
the Hurley family,
We got Michigan versus Oklahoma.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
that would be Michigan.
That's also the
Oklahoma.
invitational though.
yeah.
That's a weird slate.
It is.
Carolina,
Yeah.
Florida, Michigan, Oklahoma. What are you doing, Charlotte Sports Commission?
I'm gonna say that the Sooners stay undefeated.
Hmm.
So I got the Sooners.
The Sooners.
The Sooners. Yes.
Sooners.
I don't know why, but I've had a gut feeling with Michigan.
All right, there you go.
Don't know why. Just got to go with it at that point.
I respect that.
It's
Would
just
you-
sticking
would you
out
put-
to me.
Hey, you
Oh,
could say that you're just picking Michigan like in football over Oklahoma in a way.
Yeah, I'd probably have to go with what Evan said. The fact that Oklahoma, they're undefeated. They are 14th in the nation.
They're rolling.
They've beaten decent opponents, but it's like
True.
it's not like they haven't had a real test. Rather
Yeah.
than Michigan, who I think they've had.
I mean, Oklahoma did beat Arizona at the beginning of the season and also beat Louisville.
Yeah, but Ooh,
So-
actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with Michigan. I changed my mind
Why is
because their most recent game was against Arkansas,
Mhm.
against
Mr. Calipari.
Mr. Cal.
but they
Um,
lost.
I know they did, but if you watch the last 3 minutes of that game, Michigan kind of handed it away, and it's because Arkansas couldn't miss. They went
there you go.
inside, and then they pumped it out, and
Michigan did lose to Wake Forest.
they did. As to go back to you saying that Cuse needs to win, I don't see Cuse beating Wake. Wake.
Michigan did eat Xavier. Just kidding. Michigan did beat Xavier though.
Yeah.
So it's like college basketball is so hard to pick sometimes because especially if you're looking through the games throughout the season.
It is
you never know.
It is so nice to go off that point too that the NIL in college basketball has kind of spread out.
Yeah.
All the top prospects, like you don't have them all going to Kentucky, you don't have them all going to Duke, you don't have them all going to Carolina. They're all spread out, and it kind of makes it.
But that's probably you could say that's why Carolina isn't good.
It makes it fun.
You could say that's why Carolina's not good anymore because they're not using NIL well. For that reason.
We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah, they might not have much money at all in college football.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
$20 million.
We got Cincinnati versus Dayton.
Cincinnati.
I got Dayton.
Where is it at?
I think it's at Dayton. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. I think Dayton's gonna boat race them by. You know what? I'm gonna.
I got Dayton.
I know. Yeah, I'll pick Cincinnati. I'll bear down for midterms.
They're 8-1 though. This is gonna be
just beat number 6 Marquette.
Yeah, I'm still gonna stick.
And number 2 UConn.
I'm gonna stick.
They did lose to Carolina though.
I'm gonna stick with the Bearcats. Yeah, that's one thing. That game against Carolina was kind of disappointing because they were up by 18.
Yeah,
with like
Cincinnati really hasn't played anybody.
They haven't, but I mean they do step up. So
okay, we got Kentucky versus Ohio State.
Ohio State
Ooh.
in MSG.
He just took shots at our new guys.
Sorry, I love y'all, but
I got Kentucky. I got Kentucky.
Yeah, I definitely got Kentucky. Absolutely, 10-1.
Give me Ohio State.
I got Marquette beating Xavier and Xavier going 0-2 in this invitational.
Give me Marquette too.
Yeah, Marquette.
Duke, Georgia Tech.
Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, too. Cooper Flag's too good.
Yeah. And then I got Memphis versus Mississippi State. I said this week could be dangerous for Memphis. I got them winning both, but because they've got Virginia tonight and then Mississippi State this weekend, both games are tricky because Mississippi State, I believe, is 9-1, somewhere around there.
All right, yeah, I have mine.
But
I got Mississippi State because they blew out Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh was supposed to be pretty good at the beginning of the season. So I got Michigan State on that one.
It's Michigan. Wait,
Mississippi.
Sorry, I said Michigan State, but I meant Mississippi State. Sorry.
What day is this game?
Saturday, I believe.
Mississippi State, Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis is favored.
I haven't really paid attention to the lower part of the SEC.
All I said was they also play Virginia this week, so they both could be trap games for Memphis. I've got them pulling out both.
It's at Memphis.
Yeah.
So, and I would say this though that Memphis is come in with a lot. They're gonna play against a defensive heavy team, against UVA, but then they're gonna play against Mississippi State. So I think they'll be able to, especially since they'll go from being at UVA against defensive team to at home against
that makes sense.
Mississippi State. I see them probably winning by 18 or more.
All right.
And we got UNC versus UCLA.
Gosh,
I've got this. I had this starred asterisk highlighted because if Carolina has to win one of these two games, I've said this is an early must win, especially if they lose to Florida tonight.
Yeah. Oof.
So
that's hard.
They can't afford to go 6-6 going into ACC play.
CBS Sports Classic. It says.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you have UNC who likes to play hero ball versus UCLA who still goes with the good old wooden fashion
fundamentals.
Bro, again,
fundamental offense.
UNC's favored.
It's because it's UNC.
It's crazy.
Watch, UNC will play someone in football. Like they'll play against I looked at their they'll be favored by 20 points against TCU because of Bill Belichick. That's because the media loves UNC. We don't love UNC. I digress. But because of you have hero ball versus fundamentals, give me UCLA covering.
Yeah, I just think that UNC is just not as good as they think they are this year. They're playing top teams back to back to back. I mean, I think they lose UCLA. Is it? It's at
MSG.
It's in New York as well.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for pointing
So
that out.
I think even though it is a neutral site, I still think UCLA is one of those teams where I think they'll give Carolina the business.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, then lastly we got Nova versus Creighton.
Creighton. They are so good.
Yeah,
they are.
Creighton's...
They're gonna be a 1 seed in March.
Oh yeah,
in March.
Okay. Love to see that.
The good old team from Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Creighton's from Nebraska.
Yeah,
Thought they were from Indiana.
Nebraska.
Uh-oh.
Fact check
Uh-oh, because I agreed with you on that
I may
one.
be wrong, but I thought they were from Indiana.
Omaha, Nebraska. I
Hey, there
know
you go,
my
there you go.
facts, boy.
Okay.
I was about to say, because I remember driving by the campus when I was in Omaha.
There you go.
Yeah, it was weird. Because they have in the corner, you know how for all like NCAA championships, they put like hosted by in the
Mhm.
school.
Oh, yeah.
So in the far right field corner, they put hosted by Creighton. And I'm like, what is Creighton doing hosting
Yeah.
this? But finally, we're going to talk about some bowl games.
Well, we got to do.
What?
We're
Oh,
skipping
shoot.
over things today.
We are skipping things. Hold the phone.
Hold the phone. I'm
Hold
holding it
the
right now.
phone. Evan holds the phone. It's time for what the fact.
She wants me to take an IQ test. It's part of a research project, so I have to be a guinea pig.
Question. What kind of bear is best?
It's a ridiculous question.
False. Black bear.
I think I'm smart, but I'm not smart. Who thinks you're smart?
That's what I want to find out. I want you to tell me the names of the fellas on the St. Louis team. I'm telling you, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third.
IQ tests are totally bogus. They prove nothing.
There we go.
All right.
I think it scared Evan.
I was dialed in to make sure I don't stumble over my questions. Whoa, it's getting... Whoa. I didn't know it was going to get that loud. Okay, I love it. All right, so it's What the Fact. This is Hoops Edition, so
Yep.
it is all college basketball. Okay, there's no NBA, there's no women's. This is going to be men's NCAA, okay?
Here we go.
All right. So, how many games? This is easy first, okay? You guys, I don't need to explain anything else, right?
Nope.
Because you guys know. You, guys
You know the
rule.
rules at home, and so
Spencer
do I.
64.5, Jacob 55.5. Ooh, all the fives
five.
there.
Five,
All
five,
right.
five.
You fellas ready?
Yep.
It is.
All right. Easy question. Non-multiple choice. None of them are multiple choice questions, okay? How many games does an NCAA team have to win in a tournament to win the national championship?
6.
That is correct. Ding, 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 ding. Good job. Good job. All right. Ba-ding. Medium question. Here we go. What school has the most national championships?
UCLA.
That is correct. Damn it. If you know the exact number, I'll give you an extra point.
11.
That is correct.
Damn.
Ding, 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 ding. All right. Good job. Hey.
3-1.
All right. Hard question, but I don't know if this is necessarily hard for you guys, but I kind of picked your brain a little bit here. We'll see. All right. What seed was the NCAA, or woo, what seed was NC State when they won the national championship
Oh, national championship?
in 1983?
10.
That is incorrect.
7.
That is incorrect. I had to double check on this like 4 times in different sites because I was worried.
11?
Nope.
Crap. That was my other guess. Hold on. Hold the phone. 1983. Okay, it's 1983. Because there's technically only...
It wasn't 64 seed or 64
No, there was not
teams yet.
64 teams. There was 32. And they...
No, I think I know.
9.
That's incorrect.
8.
Crap.
That's incorrect.
4.
That's incorrect.
6.
That is correct. They were a 6 seed.
Give me a
going into
point.
NCAA tournament.
3-2.
Yes. There we go. All right. All right. Expert question.
There
You
we
fellas
go.
ready? You don't have to give me the year, but you can give me it's a person. Okay.
Bonus points if we get the year.
Bingo. All right. Who is credited with starting the tradition of cutting down the nets after a victory? You guys should know this. Just gonna say
I'm
that.
pretty sure I know now.
Wooden at UCLA.
Incorrect.
Crap.
Jimmy V.
That is incorrect. But because you guys both answered, he's closer than you are closer.
Okay,
You guys
so,
are not gonna expect this. I actually learned about it in March Madness this last year. I didn't know about it before. It's way. It's back in the day, obviously. Do you want me to give you the year?
No. Because you already cutting down the nets in 83.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you it's a long time before that.
I love having epidemic sound. Like, this is great music.
And this came from the CBS Sports trivia.
Bruh.
Hey.
Trying to think of different coaches.
Okay, I'm going to give you the year. Okay,
No, go ahead. Never mind.
that doesn't count then.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't count.
I'm going to give you the year, which it was 1947.
Oh my God.
But you guys, you would know, but not really. It's hard because you guys should know. Let me just say this, that as NC State fans, you guys should know this.
Say the year one more time.
47.
Yeah.
47?
Yep. And this doesn't mean cutting nets after a championship, though. This was cutting down the nets after a victory. So there's a kind of an asterisk.
What?
Let me give you guys 10 more seconds, and we might have to go on.
Carmichael.
No, incorrect.
Okay.
Last guess, Jacob. If he has to guess.
1947.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think.
5.
I don't have his name. Is it
3.
the guy that has the statue outside of Reynolds?
I don't know, honestly.
Because there's another statue that's.
You know how many statues are outside of
That's what
Reynolds?
I
There's
say.
like 4.
6.
Well, the old guy that's
There's a
like
lot of old guys.
4.
that's not David Thompson or Jimmy V. So there's like 2
Okay,
other
there's
ones.
not
That's a good
K.
point.
There's not K Yao.
Yeah, it's a woman.
So now you're down to 3.
There's an old guy that's like putting up his hand.
It's
I
not-
don't know if
it's
that's
not
him.
Norm
but
Sloan.
3, 2, 1.
No.
All right. It is Everett Case. It was an NC State coach
Oh.
in 1947 after winning the Southern Conference, actually. I said you guys should know it.
I've
Did-
heard the
did-
name.
I
I
was
don't
saying, I
know
bet you
that.
would know- yeah, I didn't
wouldn't
know
know
that.
if that was him though.
Did you know, though? Actually?
Yes,
Spencer?
with that face, yes.
Well, you were wrong.
Okay, so 58.5 to
I cannot believe.
He got what?
66.5.
Yeah, because he got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Good job, fellas.
Next.
CB Sports. CB Sports.
Next segment.
Gosh, I knew that too.
Are you going with the pause or no? They're rolling.
We're rolling.
Okay.
I'm
On to
feeling a strike today
a strike.
because we're going bowling.
Oh, I see. I see what you did there. On to our slate
I'm
provided by
so-
CSM again for our bowl games. We've kind of already ran through this last week, but we're gonna go a little more in depth this week. We got Scooter's Coffee Frisco Bowl, Memphis and West Virginia.
Scooters.
I've got
Who did I
Memphis, and so do they.
I do, yes. I
think we all
yes,
might
I
have
think
picked
we all
Memphis
went.
on that one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because we all were like, oh yeah, we love you, Liam, but sorry.
It's just the fact that West Virginia really they're defensive heavy, but also at the same time they just don't have the outside threats that
Very true.
they usually
Very
have.
true.
Don't get me wrong though, you are having a Big 12 team versus a G5, but at the same time too though you do have Hennigan, who's playing really well, 23 TDs to 6 INTs. It's a solid spread, but also at the same time too they do have a running back who has 1,200 rushing yards, and it does help that you have him.
Yeah.
And they don't have that many opt-outs this year
True.
compared to West Virginia, who has a few key
Very
players
good
who are
point.
out.
Very good point.
Got the coach back though. They rehired
Yep.
their old coach,
yeah.
Rodriguez.
True.
We all got Memphis in that one.
Yep.
Art of Sport LA Bowl, Cal versus UNLV. I think we all had UNLV.
Yes,
As
UNLV.
do they.
Yeah, I just
It's just Cal hasn't been impressive this year.
Agreed.
They haven't been able to close out games in the ACC. UNLV has had a little more of an impressive year.
Like, don't get me wrong though, Mendoza is one hell of a quarterback at Cal if you just give him some time.
Yeah.
But the thing is like Jacob said, they just don't close out.
Yeah.
And it
UNLV has a very impressive offense as well.
and they also have a front four that is pretty solid.
yeah, agreed.
Everybody got UNLV.
Absolutely.
RNL Carriers, New Orleans Bowl, Georgia Southern, Sam Houston State.
Did Sam Houston have guys opt out because the percentages changed?
I don't know.
I said the Bearcats
I did too.
because
Yeah, as we're going with the cat
yeah.
thing. I said Georgia Southern, so did Ethan and Ross.
There you go. Okay. All right.
The only reason why I still think Sam Houston probably pulled this out is just because of the fact that one, I haven't heard any opt outs.
True.
And Georgia Southern has kind of been on a little bit of a slippery slope. They did
Well,
beat.
According to our boys, they said most of the coaching staff, including the head coach, have taken another job, and 17 players have entered the portal.
for Sam Houston.
Yes.
Oh my,
Including
Lanta.
8 starters.
Never mind.
Oh, we might have to change that.
Yeah, that's a flip there, buddy.
It's okay. That's why they're our guys now.
That's why I've been too focused on all of the NC State stuff.
Understandable.
Yeah.
But I didn't know.
It says they said the portal and the opt-out news is few and far between for Georgia Southern, and they contended for the Sun Belt.
Yeah, they did.
They
You're right.
did.
and
You're
they
right.
lost out to Marshall,
Yeah.
And then Marshall,
who has their own issues
yeah,
now,
that's-
but
Yeah.
they got Tony.
They got Tony. They
Yeah,
got
we'll see
Gibby.
how that goes now.
They got Gibby though.
The Gibbs.
But I think Georgia Southern.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Yep.
Staff DNA curable. Evan's bad joke last week.
That was bad.
Ohio
was
and
very bad.
Jacksonville State. I got Ohio. They got Ohio.
Yep.
I got Ohio.
The Bobcats. But I
The
said
Bobcats.
I said the Bobcats because Charlotte Bobcats. So
You did say that.
I said it because it's a cat.
yeah, this is true. Ooh, is this the game that you switched up on?
What?
This next one?
Tulane, yeah. Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. I did originally pick Tulane last week, although now their starting quarterback is now a Duke Blue Devil.
Yep.
Mhm.
So I have flipped to Florida.
Yeah, still
Agreed.
Florida.
Agreed.
I still
Go
don't
get us.
understand. I mean, I know the kid's good, but why was he the number 1 overall portal pick?
For Tulane's QB.
Yeah.
Just because he's kind of like a dual threat.
Okay.
There's always those guys that are played those schools
Yeah,
that
I mean-
are like really good.
I mean, when you do have
But, like,
a 22-6
Well, you look.
When there's
touchdown
guys
INT
from
percentage.
when there's like offensive linemen from Bama and stuff, I would think they would be up there, and they probably are. But I don't know why that. I just didn't understand why he was the number 1 overall guy to be.
Well, you look at like Josh
in the
Allen
portal.
though. When he played Wyoming, he would probably be a crazy transfer.
Yeah,
portal
yeah.
pickup, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that back in the day, obviously.
It's
but-
just one of those stats things because, I mean, Tulane, I think as much as people kind of want to bash G5 teams, Tulane is one of those, like, you throw in CUSA, you throw in American. I think those are 2 conferences that deserve a little bit more respect than they
Yeah.
are getting.
true.
Because, one, they're competitive conferences. They're all fairly equal.
I can agree. Yeah.
Rather than, like the ACC, the SEC, the Big 12, Big 10, where you have, your top 4 who are like all going to beat the crap out of everyone.
Yeah.
And you have like your bottom 4 who are garbage. When you have a competitive conference, you're able to actually see how a player progresses, especially when you have 8 conference games.
True.
So I think one of the reasons why Mensa was a high level transfer is because he played 8 high level conference games where he was able to actually step up into the pressure and compete.
very true. Respect
But-
that.
Since he transferred, Tulane's got damn near no chance.
No,
So give me Florida.
That would make sense. Yeah, absolutely. Go Gators.
Okay, moving into the playoffs. We got the Friday game, Indiana and Notre Dame.
Notre
for
Dame,
the
like-
Battle of Indiana.
You've got Indiana.
It would be really cool. If
It would
Indiana
be
won.
so cool to see the Hoosiers win, but I mean, come on now, like.
But Notre Dame's known for not winning the big games nowadays. though.
But
I
the
mean,
thing is,
I
though,
did
is like
the little write up for our boys now.
Yeah.
And I ultimately said Irish by 10, so they cover.
That's a very friendly spread. That's a
The
friendly.
spread was 7.
I know, but I mean, I think it might be double digits. It might be more than
Maybe.
I think
Hence
it'll
why
be.
I said 10.
10 double
I mean by double digits in my head, I mean 2 touchdowns. So
That's one eventually. I got to that eventually in another pick, but
I think
I had Notre Dame by 10. ESPN gave them a 70.5% chance, but
Yeah.
basically I just ran with Indiana. This is Indiana's best season since '67. So
That would just be
they
cool.
don't have
That's the thing.
it would be cool, but I
It's
don't
like a
think they
Cinderella
have the
thing, you know?
yeah,
like
yeah,
with March Madness. That's how I feel about it.
yeah.
Are they going to be the first, the
What?
first of the college Cinderella for the first?
I don't know that
You never
Indiana
know.
would be that team out of these guys though.
Who else would it? Clemson.
Tennessee.
That doesn't. That's not a
I
Cinderella to me.
don't count an SEC team as a Cinderella.
Yeah.
Fine, give me Clemson.
I would say Clemson or SMU, but also
Snow.
those-
Sorry,
yeah.
I mean,
throw that back.
ASU having the bye or Boise State having the bye,
True.
like I would classify them as Cinderellas more so because they, even though they have the bye, they're still like ranked outside
Yeah.
the top 10,
Agreed.
most of them.
Agreed. Yeah.
Next would be SMU, Penn State.
Yep, I got Penn State.
Again, would be cool if SMU won, but I got Penn State,
Yeah,
especially in a whiteout. It's over for
The
them.
transfers that Penn State have had hasn't really affected depth or key positions.
Yeah.
So
True.
I still think Penn State. Would it be cool to see SMU win? Yes, but do I think they have the
With
firepower?
the ACC.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I said. I was like, I don't want to see the ACC get swept out in the first round, but I think
It might happen.
their resumes coming in. Penn State's losses are to number 1 Oregon and number 4 Ohio State,
yeah.
and
I think-
SMU's are BYU and Clemson, which Clemson's ranked obviously, and they're in
BYU
the
is solid.
I
throughout
think
the year.
too-
BYU, but they're
Wasn't
not
good.
ranked anymore. I don't
Agreed.
think, that I saw.
I think if SMU were to play how they did in the second half of the ACC championship
They got a
game,
shot.
they would. This game is. They would cover the spread. This game would be
True.
a one
It's
score.
8.5.
It'd be a 1-score game, like a field goal to tie, go to OT type of game. But I still think you kind of got to give Penn State the -3 since for home field advantage. So still think Penn State.
Yeah.
I got Penn State barely covering by 9.
That's a
There
solid,
you go.
solid prediction.
That makes sense. Yeah. I could see them winning by 9. I think that's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah.
Clemson, Texas. I got Texas.
I have to stay with what I've said at the beginning.
And I
Texas.
will go with my prediction. Give me the Tigers.
There you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Since I am the one Tiger in the bunch, I think Clemson, they played a damn near complete game
Yeah.
against SMU. They're all kind of playing at the same level, which is good to see, especially since we're all ACC homies.
True.
It's what it's gonna take to beat Texas. Texas is one of those gettable teams, especially if your team name is Georgia. And I mean that SEC championship game, Quinn Ewers didn't play well.
It really comes down to Texas offense.
Like
in my
Texas
opinion.
offense, it's so wishy-washy.
I can see that.
Like they had Arch Manning play how many games? Start 4 games this year?
3 or 4.
Three or
He was-
4?
yeah,
But he was
hurt.
also hurt.
Yeah.
Ewers
I
was
get
hurt.
that, but still, like
But I made that same point. I was like, when Ewers was hurt, Arch came in and balled out.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So
I
it's
mean,
one of
it's
those
very possible
things-
that he could play.
And what was it was it the championship game that Ewers was out and Arch went in for a play and ran in a touchdown for
Yep.
20 yards?
Mhm.
Yep.
And
So
because he
it's-
has that like
but still,
scar on his
Sar-
face, like the snar on his face.
Yeah.
He's like,
But Sark
The Manning face.
Sark will still start Quinn Ewers.
He will. No, yeah.
And I
No
think,
doubt.
don't get me wrong, you are playing in Austin, but I still think Clemson is coming in as a full unit rather than Texas, who's coming off of a loss to Georgia where they shouldn't have lost, in my opinion, especially with Carson Beck not playing the whole second half.
True.
With that being said, what is the spreads? What? Like,
11.5.
oh my God.
wow.
And
No,
they've got
give me-
Texas 8 or 80.5 chance. I went opposite of you. I said, give me Texas by 2 touchdowns.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I just see Texas as the.
Give me Nolan Hauser kicking another game winner.
That would be pretty insane.
I don't know. I got
Insane.
kind of your point, or to counter your point. I mean, Clemson's still in my eyes, the team that got in. No disrespect to them, but they got in
on a
because Syracuse beat Miami,
Yeah.
and so they
It's a good point.
they got their 10th win
point.
in the championship, and all power to them. But
They lucked
like,
out. I
yeah,
agree.
They lucked
You ain't
out, but
wrong.
they also I think both sides of the ball are outmatched with Texas.
Yeah. I can agree.
In my
I think
opinion.
if Miami played Texas, I think it would be probably a 1-score game. Texas. I don't think it would be 2.
I think it would be a.
It would be a shootout for
I
sure.
think it would-
Oh, I
I
agree.
think it would be
Uh-huh.
-3 for Texas, regardless, just for home field advantage.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, it would be a shootout. You're right.
yeah, that over under would be 80.
Seriously.
It would not be 51 and a half.
Seriously.
All right.
We got Ohio State and Tennessee.
Good old
Buckeyes.
Rocky Top. I've got faith in Josh Heifel and Nico and Sampson.
Ryan Day's coaching for a job, honestly.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is fighting for his life.
I said this was the toughest one for me to pick.
Oh,
but
I
it's,
agree.
It's also the
no.
it's also the 8-9 game, so it was analytically and
This is going to be a tight game.
everything. It was. I mean, the spread was still 7, but it was 65.5 in favor of OSU, and it's in Columbus. It's also
That's
the,
why.
the temperature at kickoff's about to be 28.
20.
Yeah.
It's 25 now.
So
yeah. I'm going Buckeyes in
that's
Columbus.
fully in the Buckeyes' favor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll have to go
y'all have
Buckeyes.
never been to the mountains of Tennessee. It drops. Knoxville is right there in the foothills of the Blue Ridge. It drops to that temperature.
Not anytime
No, but
recently.
not regularly though.
I mean, recently, the past week and a half, it has.
So
been.
like when I
Did
was
they play football?
they practice
game?
They practice outside.
Did they play a game?
They practice outside.
Did they play a game?
They practice outside.
Did they play a game?
prepare outside.
How many months has it been 20 degrees in Ohio the last 2 months? Yeah, so
2v1.
8 to 10 weeks versus a week and a half.
Nashville right now is 57 degrees.
There you go.
Knoxville, sir.
I know, but Nashville overall it's the same. I know I get what you're saying.
I'm just gonna.
But they've also they played a dome 2 weeks ago, so
We talking about Ohio State or
Okay, sorry.
no, Tennessee.
Knoxville's actually
Or not even 2
it's
weeks ago.
3 degrees more. So you're welcome.
It's actually 60. But yeah,
Yeah.
Tennessee's used to playing in 80-degree humid weather all.
Also feels like 62 because humidity and things like that.
But okay, spread 7.
Mail.
Spread is 7. I got OSU by 3.
give me Tennessee by far.
Ooh.
Was that 4 or 5?
By far.
Fire.
Fire.
I got Buckeyes by a touchdown.
There we go.
It's gonna be 20. Since it is 46 and a half, it's gonna be 24-20 Tennessee.
Okay.
Kick
That's a good guess.
kick
I
a
like
field kick a field goal early, 3 tutties. Samson's gonna, cement the fact that he is one of the best players to ever put on the orange and white for the Vols.
We're DeVos. All right.
All right.
We love it.
2
Good
minutes.
Good picks, fellas.
I don't know what I'm doing for this.
You can't do that. 2 weeks for holding.
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
You can't do that, Shorzy.
And Shorzy. You can go first. You got
Okay,
it.
we got the NBA Cup tonight.
Oh.
Is it an ugly floor?
Bucks and Thunders, probably.
Oh my gosh.
It's the Bucks and Thunder, so
Yeah, true.
the fact that the Bucks are in this at 14-11 and the Thunder, or who are they playing at 20-5?
That is
Kinda crazy.
Kind of wild, yes.
The Knicks were in the Final Four, I think, or like the 6, 8, whatever.
Yep.
But they were almost there. I got the Thunder to take it
Yeah.
home.
Thunder gonna cover.
Yeah, 4.5 over under 215.5. Money line Bucks 160, so that's not crazy, or plus 160. But yeah, I got the Thunder. Oh, they said after Milwaukee started 2-8, and now they're
Oh, wow.
14-11.
That's pretty crazy.
So pretty good turnaround, I guess.
Wow.
But yeah, I still got the Thunder.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, my 2-minute warning was gonna be the Ahos playing against each other,
Oh, but
but
he
he's
got
not on the
scratched
Islanders.
probably.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
not
he
on-
did.
Yeah, he's not even on the Islanders anymore. Oh man, that makes me so mad. I wanted them to take penalties on each other. It's so funny.
That'd be so funny.
Well, that's my 2-minute though, because
Yeah.
that's what I thought, and then I looked back and I was like, wait, he actually doesn't play with him anymore.
am I
that's
allowed to do?
unfortunate.
Am I allowed to do 2?
Sure.
Sure.
I got 2. 1. Man United. We own Manchester. We beat Manchester City
Whoa.
on Sunday. 2-1.
There you go.
The new manager clearly has his ducks in a row. It's awesome to see.
Wank.
Quack. Also, my other one. Grimsley Whirlies play for the state
Gremlins.
championship this year.
Oh.
Once again,
Roseville.
Play against Roseville, week 2
crazy to
rematch. Faison threw 16 of 18 for 232.
Wow.
After the Whirlies were down 10-0 at halftime, they came back, scored 35 points in the second half.
Woo.
Mitchell Summers ran for another 140 yards with 2 touchdowns. Someone please, at a D1 program, give this man an offer.
For real.
Call up Fran.
Like, for real. Like, I mean it. Hey, Syracuse want to go and get a dog. But, Grimsley Roseville State Championship in Chapel Hill this Friday, 7 p.m. I gotta, I'm excited. I love the boys. I know they're all gonna, it's just gonna be one hell of a game. I know that all of Roseville, Wake Forest is gonna show up for them, and all of Greensboro is gonna show up for Grimsley. It's gonna be a wild game.
Yeah, we might have to show up. We'll see.
In Chapel Hill on Friday night, even though it's gonna be a little bit cold, but it ain't gonna be that cold. It's gonna be a little chilly. And then my final little point, I do actually have 3. Can't wait to go to Seattle, even though I'm gonna get rained on. It's gonna be awesome.
You'll have a great time.
It's gonna be
either way.
phenomenal.
Yep.
There you go.
And
Good job.
just another shout out to the Commonwealth Sports Media. Looking forward to this partnership. Looking forward to all the opportunities that will bring for everybody. Hopefully getting some more content out with these guys. But that's it for this episode of the HPP podcast. This has been Jacob, Evan, and Spencer. We will be back soon with another episode. Peace.
Merry
Oh,
Christmas.
Cam Newton. Love.
Peace, love, and Cam Newton. Is that what you said?
Yes.
The HPP podcast brought to you by the Wake Competition Center. WCC is the premier sporting location for all of your competitive and recreational needs. Stop by or visit wakecompetitioncenter.com for more info.